Every once in a while, life forces you to stop and really look at yourself. Not the version you post online, not the version you act out around other people. The real one, the one that shows up when you're alone, when things break, when nothing goes your way. That's where your mind reveals what it's truly made of. And that's where Stoicism steps in, not as a cute quote on a background, but as a brutal, honest operating system for how to think, how to act, and how to endure. Take a breath. Feel your lungs fill. Feel the weight of your body right where you are. Today is not about comfort, it's about truth. The kind of truth that doesn't care about your feelings, but cares deeply about your growth. The kind of truth that is not here to soothe you, but to sharpen you. If you let it, these ideas will rewire the way you see problems, pain, people, and yourself. Here is the first hard reality. You are not your feelings, but you are responsible for what you do with them. Your anger is not you. Your anxiety is not you. Your jealousy, your sadness, your frustration, they are experiences, not your identity. They rise, they fall, they spin stories in your head. But you decide whether they rule you or pass through you. Most people live as if every feeling is a command. I feel angry, so I must react. I feel afraid, so I must run. I feel hurt, so I must attack or shut down. A Stoic understands something different. Feelings are signals, not orders. They are weather, not laws. They may tell you what hurts, what matters, what needs attention, but they don't get to decide your response unless you give them that power. Imagine someone disrespects you. Your first impulse might be rage or defensiveness. That's human. But in that tiny gap between the feeling and your action, your entire character is decided. Do you lash out, making things worse and validating their low expectations of you? Or do you pause, breathe, evaluate, and respond with clarity instead of chaos? The brutal lesson is that your feelings are not an excuse for your behavior. No one will live your consequences except you. You cannot always choose what you feel, but you can always choose what you feed. When anger shows up, you can feed it with more angry thoughts, or you can starve it with patience and perspective. When fear shows up, you can feed it with worst-case scenarios, or you can answer it with preparation and courage. Over time, this is how you rewire your mind, by refusing to let emotions be your masters. There is another hard truth. No one is coming to save you. Not your parents, not your friends, not your boss, not some future version of you who magically wakes up one day more disciplined and successful. It's just you, your choices, and the time you have left. That might sound harsh, but it's actually liberating. Because if no one is coming, then there's no point waiting. You either move or you don't. You either change or you don't. You either take responsibility or you stay stuck and call it bad luck. The world owes you nothing, not an apology, not an explanation, not an easy path. You are not entitled to a pain-free life or a straight road to your dreams. Every day, people with less support, fewer resources, and more disadvantage find a way to move anyway. That doesn't mean your struggles aren't real. It means they are your responsibility. You didn't choose every event in your life, but you choose what you do now. Blame and bitterness are tempting because they allow you to avoid action. It's not my fault easily becomes, it's not my job to fix it. A Stoic mindset doesn't deny that you've been hurt or wronged. It simply insists that even when something isn't your fault, your life is still your responsibility. Look at your situation as it is. Maybe you're behind on your goals. Maybe your habits are a mess. Maybe you've been procrastinating for years. Maybe you've been betrayed. Maybe you've been ignored, undervalued, underestimated. Good. This is your starting point. You don't need anyone's permission to outgrow it. You don't need anyone's approval to rebuild yourself. You don't need a rescue. You need a decision. A quiet, serious decision that says, no more waiting. This is on me now. From that moment, excuses lose their power because you've stopped outsourcing your life. There's another principle that will test you every single day. You control your effort and your attitude, not the outcome. Modern life conditions you to obsess over results, likes, views, income, status, validation. You put in work and immediately check what you got out of it. But Stoicism cuts through that with brutal simplicity. You are owed nothing for your effort except the growth that comes from giving it. The outcome is influenced by 1,000 things: timing, luck, other people, the market, random events. Your effort and your attitude, on the other hand, are entirely yours. This doesn't mean results don't matter. They do, but they are not your master. If you only give your best when you are guaranteed a win, you will rarely give your best. If you only act when success is certain, you will act very little. Think of the greatest athletes, creators, thinkers. They don't control the scoreboard. They control their preparation. They don't control how the world reacts to their work. They control the work itself. A Stoic mind trains itself to love the process, to show up when it's boring, to repeat the fundamentals when no one is watching, to keep standards high even when praise is low. You can't promise success, but you can promise consistency. You can't guarantee recognition, but you can guarantee that you won't cheat yourself when it's time to act. Here's a truth we like to ignore. Suffering is not a glitch in life. It's part of the design. Pain, loss, disappointment, endings, rejection, none of that is evidence that something has gone horribly off track. It's evidence that you are alive. The Stoic perspective is not that pain is good in itself, but that pain is raw material. What you do with it determines whether it crushes you or forges you. People break under pressure when they expect life to be easy. People grow under pressure when they accept that challenges are the training ground for strength. Think about the hardest things you've already survived. At the time, they felt impossible. You might have thought, I'll never get through this. And yet, here you are. Maybe you're still healing. Maybe you're still carrying scars. But you're stronger than the version of you that had never faced those storms. The brutal lesson is this: you do not grow by avoiding discomfort. You grow by stepping into it with intention. Not reckless suffering, not self-destruction, but meaningful struggle. You train your body in the gym by lifting weights that are heavy enough to challenge you. You train your mind in life by facing situations that are hard enough to stretch you. Every time you refuse to run from reality, you become more resilient. Every time you endure with dignity, you become more unbreakable. There is a quieter, darker truth that Stoics never ran from. You are going to die. So is everyone you love. Everything you have will eventually belong to someone else or disappear. Most people live as if this is too depressing to think about. Stoicism argues the opposite. Avoiding this reality makes you waste your life. Facing it makes you appreciate it. When you remember that your time is limited, trivial problems lose some of their power. Petty arguments feel less satisfying. Delays and excuses feel more expensive. Today stops being just another day and starts being one irreplaceable slice of your existence. You don't know how many more mornings you'll get. You don't know when the last time you'll see someone will be the last time. You don't know how many chances you have left to say what matters, to create something meaningful, to become who you want to be. This isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up. There is a version of you who dies having never tried, Who dies still waiting for the right moment? Who dies still asking, what if? Stoicism begs you not to be that person. Death is not your enemy. It is your deadline. The silent reminder that now is the only time you ever really have. When you walk with that awareness, gratitude stops being a slogan and starts being the natural response to simply being alive. Then there's this. The world does not bend itself to your expectations, and it never promised to. Things will not always go your way. People will not always act how you think they should. Plans will not always unfold on your timeline. You can respond in one of two ways: resentment or alignment. Resentment says, life is unfair because it doesn't match my script. Alignment says, life is what it is. My job is to adapt with strength and use what happens to grow. That doesn't mean you become passive. It means you recognize the difference between fighting reality and working with it. When something unwanted happens, you have a choice. You can ask, why me? Or what now? Why me pulls you into self-pity, into stories about how the world is against you. What now pulls you into agency, into problem-solving, into forward motion. The Stoic mind maintains a brutal honesty. This is the situation. Not how I hoped it would be. Not how I think it should be. Just how it is. Given that, what is the best action I can take? Where is the opportunity in this? How can this be used to strengthen me, to reveal my values, to refine my priorities? Over and over, you choose alignment over resistance, and in that choice, your mind becomes less fragile. Another harsh law: you are not special in your suffering. It feels personal. It feels like no one understands. But from the Stoic perspective, pain is a universal human experience. People have been betrayed, abandoned, rejected, ignored, humiliated, and broken for thousands of years before you, and they will continue to be long after you're gone. This is not to belittle your pain, but to place it in context. You are not uniquely cursed. You are sharing in something common to all humans. And if countless others have walked through fires as hot or hotter than yours and emerged wiser, calmer, stronger, so can you. When you believe your pain is uniquely horrible, you feel uniquely powerless. When you see it as part of the shared human condition, you realize you're not alone, and you're not doomed. Stoicism invites you to ask, what would the strongest version of me do with this? Not the most comfortable version, not the most liked version, the strongest version. Would they collapse into victimhood, or would they rise slowly, shaking, but determined to turn this wound into wisdom? You choose that, not once, but every day. Finally, there's a law that cuts deeper than most. The approval of other people is unstable, addictive, and ultimately irrelevant to your inner freedom. You are not here to win a popularity contest. You're here to live in accordance with your values. The crowd will sometimes cheer for you, and sometimes ignore you, and sometimes turn on you without warning. If their opinion is your compass, your life will be a constant emotional roller coaster. Stoicism demands something harder and better. Live so that you can respect yourself, even if no one else is watching. Do what you believe is right, even when it doesn't trend, even when it doesn't get applause, even when it costs you something. You can't control what people think of you. You can't control what they assume, what they gossip about, what stories they create in their own heads. You can control whether those stories become your prison. You do that by constantly coming back to a simple question. Is this in my control? Their opinion isn't. Your integrity is. Their judgment isn't. Your effort is. Their reaction isn't. Your intention is. When your self-respect depends on your own actions instead of on their approval, you become much harder to manipulate. Criticism still stings, but it doesn't paralyze you. Praise still feels good, but it doesn't own you. You keep walking your path. So here you stand, face to face with these truths. You are not your feelings, but you are responsible for what you do with them. No one is coming to save you. Your life is your job. You control how you show up, not what happens after. Suffering is part of life. You decide whether it breaks you or builds you. Death is guaranteed. Time is not. Reality will not always match your expectations. Your power lies in your response. You are not uniquely cursed in your struggles. You stand in a long line of humans who have hurt and healed. And the world's opinion of you is a noisy, shifting shadow compared to the solid weight of your own character. Take another breath. Let all of this settle. None of these ideas are meant to simply impress you. They are meant to be used. The next time you feel a wave of emotion rising, pause and observe it instead of obeying it. The next time you feel the urge to wait for someone to fix your life, remind yourself that no one knows you like you do, and no one is as responsible for your future as you are. The next time pain shows up, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" experiment with asking, "How can this strengthen me?" The next time you catch yourself wasting a day, remember you don't have infinite days to waste. The next time reality doesn't match your script, drop the script and deal with what's in front of you. The next time you feel alone in your suffering, remember millions before you have felt something similar, and many turned their scars into strength. And the next time you obsess over what people think, ask whether their opinion will matter on your deathbed. None of this is instant. Rewiring a mind is not a one-time event. It's a daily practice. You will forget. You will slip. You will react emotionally, blame others, resist reality, and seek approval. That's fine. That's human. The difference now is that you know there's another way. Every time you catch yourself and choose the Stoic response instead of the automatic one, you carve a new pathway in your mind. Over time, that pathway becomes your default. You become calmer under pressure, clearer in chaos, stronger in storms. You are not powerless. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not destined to be ruled by whatever happens around you. You have a mind that can be trained, a character that can be forged, and a life that can still be lived with depth, courage, and dignity. Breathe in one more time. Feel the weight of this moment. You are alive. You still have choices. You still have time, though you don't know how much. Use it. Live these truths, not just listen to them. Walk out of this day a little less fragile, a little more focused, a little more free. Your mind can be your prison, or it can be your greatest ally. The work of changing that begins now.